Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel, and we're back with another watch along. And the games are coming thick and fast, really, aren't they? First and foremost, go on the Toffees. What a first game for Sean Dyche's after getting a 1-0 win with Everton there over Arsenal. And Arsenal lose for only the second time in the season. The other one was to us. So, but look, really looking forward to today's game, guys. You know, big game against Crystal Palace. Never anything easy when it comes to playing Crystal Palace, as we know. And team news is as to be expected, really. No major surprises when it comes to the starting 11 for Manchester United. We'll run through it. David De Gea starts in goal. Back four of Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Varane and Martinez. Three in midfield are Casemiro, Fred and Bruno Fernandes. And then the three up front are Anthony on the right, Marcus Rashford on the left, and Weghorst through the middle. So, yeah, nothing, no major surprises there. Probably the biggest surprise of anything is that Anthony Martial is not included in the matchday squad. He is injured again. Erik ten Hag said in the interview about Martial, he said he had a setback from the game when he returned. He dropped a little bit back. We have to wait. We have to be patient. So, out sick note, Martial is out again. No real, well, not that it's not a big surprise. It is a surprise. You'd be hoping he's coming back from injury and can stay somewhere fit. But no, he comes back. He makes another cameo. But look, let's hope he can get back as quickly as possible. Great to see so many people in, guys. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Great to see so many people in. Get your score predictions into the chat as well. Let me know what way you think the game is going to go today. Do you think it's going to be a United win, Crystal Palace win, a draw? Let me know in the chat and we'll go from there. Chris says he thinks it's going to be 3-0. Dylan says 2-0. But yeah, Gary is in as well on TikTok. Good to see you guys. Keep smashing the like button. Michael says 2-0 to United as well. Look, I think United they should have more than enough today in relation to, this Crystal Palace side. I'll give you the Crystal Palace team as well, just to let you know. Gita in goal, Klein, Mitchell, Gahey and Richards in defence, Decore and Hughes in midfield, Ayew, Elise and Schlupp as the three across in front, and then Edouard up front as well. So happy days. Look, like I said, Manchester United should have more than enough to get the job done today. Hopefully we can kick on, get another 3 points, move up the table. In relation to the league table as well, guys, let's have a look at it here. We're level on points, as we know, with Newcastle in 4th position. Behind them on goal difference, a fairly big goal difference. They're on plus 22, we're on plus 7. So, look, there's not going to be a major change in that today. But obviously, Arsenal losing is the big one. They're now only 5 points ahead of City on equal games as well. And look, we're only 3 points ahead of Spurs, who are in 5th, but we do have a game in hand as well. So, it is important that we can come out and get 3 points today. Hopefully, kick on and, and keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Let's see. Dylan is saying, I'm in my United jersey and pyjamas for a bit of luck. Good stuff. Chris says, Rashford, Bruno and Sabitzer, free kick. Yeah, Sabitzer's on the bench. I'll give you the substitutes as well. Tom Heaton, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Delort comes back in. Sabitzer, Menu, Sancho and Garnacho. So it's good to see, in the space of a couple of weeks, all of a sudden getting a few players back. The likes of Delort is coming back there now as well. Obviously Martial is injured again, but Sancho coming back, signing Sabitzer. All of a sudden we have a bit of depth in the squad. So happy days. So we can't complain. So we can't. Molly says, you have Forest in the thumbnail. Oh shit, right, let me just change that. Let me change the thumbnail. Oh, I have it as Crystal Palace here. Showing me that it's Crystal Palace. Let me see. It's a strange one. Anyway, double check it there again, but it's shown for me as Crystal Palace. Maybe there's an issue in the background. Ian is in. Good morning, Ian from Austin. Great run you're having. It is, Ian. Absolutely, it is, pal. You just stay out of that pub now. But good to have you in again. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oshin is in as well. Afternoon all. I'm going 2-0 Rashford and hopefully Weghorst. Yeah, I'd like to see Weghorst get a goal. I think the one goal he has, it's not in the Premier League, is it? I don't think so. But either way, I would like to see him get a goal today. But look, anyone that's just joined on YouTube, guys, please hit the thumbs up button for me. 13 likes already, which is great. We had the majority of them before we started, so let's try get them up to maybe 20 likes before the start of the game. And anybody watching on TikTok as well, please do smash the like button. Thomas is in with all of the love hearts. Good to see you, Thomas. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys. We're going to aim for 30,000 likes before the end of the game, so if you have a second, tap the screen a few times. And if you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button. We're on the road to 25,000 followers, which is great. We're nearly there. And Dale is in on YouTube as well. Good to see you, Dale. Chris is everywhere. I've been everywhere, man, looking for someone. But yeah, looking forward to the game. Really, all right. Look, I don't think it's going to be a straightforward, easy game. Now, obviously, Manchester United are coming into the game in great form, you would have to say. And, you know, like we've said in previous games, you know, the worry of playing these kind of mid to low table teams has gone now. You know, over the last 6 or 7 years, it's been a worry. You know, you don't know what kind of Manchester United are going to show up when we're going into these kind of games. But the last few weeks, the last few months, and the run that we've been on has been given me particularly, and I would presume the majority of United fans, a lot of confidence going into games. So we can't complain at all. Oshin says, Arsenal got a great result earlier. Absolutely. I just watched the end of it before I came on. And I have to hand it to Everton. They were brilliant. Sean Dyche is doing Sean Dyche bits. He really is. Hard to break down. Set piece goal. Just typical Sean Dyche. So let's hope that's the beginning of the downfall for Arsenal. Katie says, shame it's not on TV. So for any Irish viewers, it's on Premier Sports 1, guys. Now, I don't know where anyone else can watch it, depending on where you are in the world, but for any Irish fans, that's what I'm watching it on. I have it on Sky, Premier Sports 1 on Sky. So, yeah, if you have that channel, that's where it is. Can you delete the Ronaldo sticker here on TikTok? Bad luck. I must get on that, actually, Chris. Yeah, I will. Is Martial injured again, says Tyrone? He is, unfortunately. I just don't know what's going on with that chap, in fairness. He just seems to have, you know, a body made of chocolate, because he's just falling apart. He really is. But look, let's hope he gets back quickly. I'm watching you from Sierra Leone, says Kareem. I appreciate it, pal. Thanks for joining. You're more than welcome. Why is Martial not playing? Yeah, we just mentioned that he's injured. Dimitri says, how are you, Jack? Chatting to you earlier about the match on Instagram. Let's go, Reds. Appreciate it, pal. You're more than welcome. Thanks for joining. He's soft, he's French, says Chris. He'll be sold in the summer, says Tyrone. Well, look, I mean, I think a fit and hungry Martial could very easily, you know, have a role to play in any future Ten Hag squads. I really do. It's just we can't keep him fit. He's made of chocolate, you know. He's like a jigsaw. He goes to pieces in the box. You know, but what can we do? Alfred is in. He says, watching from the USA. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. And what's people saying on YouTube here? Love the Martinez sticker, says Dale. Yeah, we got it in. We absolutely did. Oshin says, Ireland doing a great job here against the Welsh in the rugby. I haven't seen any of it. I've been getting all of this live ready. I haven't been able to watch it at all. So, and I'm watching the build up to the night game here. So I'll catch the highlights of that later. Absolutely. Chris says, yes, a fit Martial would be good, but he's made of paper mache. Absolutely. And Aaron says, halftime potatoes. Yep. Halftime potatoes will be happening again. Don't you worry. Nathan is in. Good to see you, pal. Could you do me a favour? Shout. Timmy is in as well. Good to see you, Timmy. What channel is a Man U match on, says Richie? It's on Premier Sports 1. Now, that's in Ireland. So I'm not sure whereabouts in the world you are, Richie, but I have Premier Sports 1 as part of my Sky package. So that's what I'll be watching it on. If you don't have it, just stick with us. I'll be keeping everybody up to date as we go as well. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And as well, guys, if anybody does want the full experience, if you're watching on TikTok, we do have the full experience live over on our YouTube channel. We're over there as well. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. We're live over there as well. Is it on MUTV, says Joshua? I don't think so. MUTV don't have any of the live games, I'm afraid. So I don't think it's on that, no. Make United win for me. I'm an Irish lad. Good to see you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Let's see. Can I request to join? Says Gary. No, we just do this singly. It's just a watch along, Gary. It's not a multi-guest. We do them sometimes, but not for games. Dylan says it's on beIN Sports as well. Richie says, up the Irish, up the yellow bellies. Brilliant. Watching you from Ballinasloe, says Nathan. Good to see you. Let's see. Chris says, so does Frank Lampard get any other managerial chances? Not in the Premier League, I don't think. No, I think Frank Lampard's big mistake was taking the Chelsea job that soon. He was managing Derby in the Championship, didn't get them promoted, and all of a sudden he's in as, you know, one of the top 6 Premier League teams. It just didn't make sense to me, and I think he's paying the price for it now. I really do. Paul says, what score are you going for today? I'm done after Chelsea last night. Paul, I'm going with a 2-0 win to United. Look, I think we have enough to get the job done. I don't think it's going to be overly easy. Crystal Palace are always a difficult team to play against, and of course, having Patrick Vieira as manager, he's going to have them riled up, absolutely. So 2-0 win for me. Get your score predictions into the chat as well, guys. Let me know what your score predictions are. Let me know, and we'll read them out. Chris says, Dyche walks in and beats the league leaders. There you go. Oshin says, he shouldn't really, Chris, but he's a darling of British media, so you just know he will. That's in relation to Frank Lampard. Man City says, do you not have a Fire Stick? I do, but I also have Sky. So, obviously, Sky is the quicker one. But when Chelsea comes calling, you can't really turn them down. Yeah, look, I understand that. It would have been a big call from Lampard not to take the Chelsea job, given his history with them. So, but I think it's coming back to bite him now. Could be on Prime, but I'm watching it on Premier, says Aaron as well. Dale says 4-0. Aaron says 3-0. What are people saying on TikTok here? Timmy says 2-1. Richie says 2-1. Gary says 3-1. Tyrone says 1-0. Dakal says 3-0 to United. Mark says, watching from Castlederg, Tyrone, big chance, make up points on Arsenal. Absolutely. We're 8 points behind them now. So we are. Let's see. Thomas says 2-0 United. Timmy says 2-1. Do you like rugby? I do. I like football more, though. That's why we're watching it today. Kareem says 2-0 to United. Mrs. B says Rashford 2 goals and Bruno Fernandes 1. 3-1 to United, says Ben. And Dylan says 3-0 United as well. So majority of people going with a United win. I think that's probably going to be the case. Let's hope so. Nathan thinks it's going to be 10-0. So, yeah, so the channel that I'm watching it on, guys, again, just to let you know, is Premier Sports 1. That's an Irish channel, so I don't know if you have it wherever you're watching it. So someone said it's on beIN Sports as well. So, depending on what you've got. Paul says, I have the rugby on in one room and the football in another. You need to get multi-screen on the one TV, Paul. Sancho on at half time as a false 9 for Martial, says Chris. Nathan knows ball, says Dale. There we go. Jock is in as well. Good to see you, pal. Let's see. Yeah, so look, I mean, what have we got? We've got about 15 minutes to go to kick off, guys. Obviously, we'll be keeping you up to date on all of the other scores as well. Other games. I mean, look, we've got Wolves and Liverpool on as well. It'll be interesting to see how Liverpool get on against Wolves. Wolves are not... They're never an easy victory. Adam is in. Arsenal laughing faces. Ain't it just great? look, it was bound to happen. It really was. And when they sacked Frank Lampard last week, I was saying to myself, lovely. They're going to have at least that new manager bounce coming in against Arsenal. And we see the outcome of it today. So happy days. Happy days. The Glazers leaving the debt behind them, says Dale. I seen a picture of Avram Glazer today, was it, or yesterday in Dubai, sitting with one of the crown princes at a game. So if you want to read between the lines and some of that kind of stuff, does that mean potentially that they're looking to invest? Who knows? Who knows? We want Glazers out, says Aaron. Absolutely. Theo says the beginning and the end for Arsenal. Well, look, it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from this, because, you know, no team can go through a season without setbacks. And I think when we beat them earlier in the season, they weren't really the kind of they weren't as developed as they are now. So it's going to be interesting to see how it affects them in the coming games. And I don't know what kind of... let's have a look at their fixtures coming up and see what kind of a fixture list they have. Matches. So they've got Brentford next week, which is not an easy one. And then they've got Man City. So, I mean, they've got 2 difficult games coming up. I mean, you know, in another 2 weeks, they mightn't even be top of the table. You wouldn't know. You know, if they don't, they really need a result against Brentford. You know, if they were to lose against Brentford and going into the City game then on the back of 2 defeats, you know, you'd be thinking they've got it all to do. But look, that's the price you pay in this league. Mark says win the next 3 league games and we're in with a chance. Nuda with Slip says Rottweiler. And Katie says, is MUTV putting anything on TV for Munich? They usually do. I haven't been following it now. I'm not too sure, but they usually do have something on. City still have to play them twice, says Dylan. Yeah, 2 weeks' time is the first one. Are you watching the rugby, says Jack? No, I'm not. I'm not watching it at the moment. Easy is in from South Africa. Let's go. Thanks for joining us, pal. Tyrone says Glazer has to do a full sale. It would be stupid to do an investment and it will send United fans crazy. And Jim says, is there any other channel in Ireland that has it? Not that I'm aware of, Jim, just Premier Sports 1. Patrick, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it, pal. Now, let's see what people are saying on TikTok or on YouTube. The only reason Chelsea don't have any debt is because Abramovich had over the club and did what he thought was right as a fan with the means he has. We all need to root for the Hammers today to surprise Newcastle. Absolutely. That's the late game, I think, isn't it? Aaron says, how many points are we behind? So we're level on points with Newcastle. We are 6 points behind Man City. And we are 11 points behind Arsenal. But obviously we're playing today. So if we win today, we'll go 8 points behind. So, look, we're not in a title race. We are not in a title race. Believe me, I don't think... now, look, if we, you know, the next couple of weeks will tell a lot depending on how Arsenal get on, you know, and other teams around us. But at the moment, all we need to do is just concentrate on getting 3 points, you know, just game after game, just put in the effort, get 3 points on the board, keep the pressure on, and see what happens, you know. I'd love for Lego here to have Keegan-esque breakdown. Dale says they had a flower vigil thing outside Old Trafford. Yeah, I seen pictures of that on Twitter. All right. Chris says, Dale, I could not complain about Abramovich even though I hate Chelsea. Yeah, so let's see. Top 4 is what we need to focus on, says Dylan. I agree with you, Dylan. Absolutely. It's the first step in the process, you know, of this kind of journey we're on with Ten Hag. So I totally agree with you there. Anyone got the team up for the Palace game? Yeah, got the team here. So David De Gea is in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Rafael Varane, Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw make up the back five. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro and Fred. And then the three up front is Anthony, Rashford and Weghorst. So that's the starting lineup. Heaton, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Dalot, Sabitzer, Menu, Sancho and Garnacho is on the bench. So there we go. Let's see. Can't wait to see the new player. He's going to be a bulldog in midfield, says Easy. Yeah, hopefully he'll get a run today. By all accounts, he is going to get a game today if we're to take, you know, what Eric Ten Hag said in his pre-match press conference. So yeah. Katie says United ladies also play today against Everton. They do. They absolutely do. Sespiniana Joseph from Uganda, Africa is in. Good to see you, Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Do you think I will do good against? Do you think we will do good against Barcelona in the first game? Well, look, I mean, Barcelona are having a decent enough season as well. I think they're top of La Liga, aren't they? So, but I do know that is Dembele a doubt for them. Obviously, we have Lisandro Martinez is going to be suspended for the first leg of the tie. So it's going to be interesting. It really is. I wouldn't be going into the game in any way worried. You know, we're on a really good run of form at the moment, and you know, Ten Hag really has us playing well. So I would be confident going into the game. I really would. But you know, going away from home in the first leg is probably the best way of doing it. Now I know away goals don't count anymore in European competitions, but having the second leg at home is always a bit of an advantage, I find. And if we can go to the new camp and even get a draw, I would be happy. Or, you know, obviously you don't want to lose, you know, but if we went to the new camp and got a draw, I'd be happy. I really would. You know, back to Old Trafford, you know, all to play for. I'm going to the game in Old Trafford as well, so that'd be a bit more exciting for myself as well. So, look, let's see what happens. I think Arsenal ruined their team with their additions. Arteta trying to force new players into the lineup, says Chris. He should stick with the team that brought you there. Oshin says, did anyone honestly think we'd be this far along in the Ten Hag era? I hoped we would, but thought it would be more 2 to 3 season progression. I couldn't agree with you more, Oshin. I don't think anyone expected Ten Hag to, you know, to have such a quick impact on the squad. And a lot of that was to do with how bad we were last year, you know, and, you know, if we were anyway decent last year, you know, in terms of, you know, top 4 or top 2 or top 3, you know, you could say, okay, he's doing a decent job now. But I think the kind of, you know, the kind of feeling that the majority of people are getting is because it was so bad last year, we're going, Jesus Christ, how has he turned this around so quick? You know, and fair play to him. Now, the one thing I would say about that as well is the speed at which he's brought us to where we are. That speed in progression may not last all along. You know, we'll probably plateau a little bit for a while. We could, you know, increase, you know, improve slowly but surely. But you know, for the first, 8 months there, I mean, it's just been a roller coaster, majority of it that way. So happy days. As long as we keep improving, that's all we can really ask for. Chris says, did you see the interview with Casemiro? His name has been misspelled on his jersey from when he played at Sao Paulo. No, I didn't. That's interesting. He kept it that way because he played so well, and it's his superstition. Yeah, so that's I never knew that. I really didn't. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys. Great to see so many people in. If you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button as well. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. Make sure you're hitting the follow button if you're new. And like I said, if you do want the full experience, if you're watching on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube as well. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen here and here. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go check it out and hit the subscribe button as well. I didn't, Thomas. No, I didn't. No, let's keep it about football, though. Yeah. But anyway, happy days. Happy days. Teams in the tunnel, guys. Ready to go. Patrick Vieira coming down the tunnel, shaking hands with some of the United players. I wouldn't even fucking look at him. So I wouldn't. But anyway, let's get the headphones set up. Yeah, they're doing a memorial here, obviously, to the for the Munich air disaster. Managers are going to bring out flower wreaths there, and I presume lay them in the centre circle. That's usually what they do. So lovely touch, and of course we, as United fans, our thoughts go out to the families, obviously, of the victims all of this long time since. But it's a very important part of our history. So we, I presume we'll be doing a moment of silence in a minute or two. Garnacho to tear it up today, says mortgages. This kid is about to explode. I hope so. Now he is on the bench to start with, but it's let's hope he comes. Look, he's coming on the majority of games, really, isn't he? And the one thing I would say about it is that regardless of whether if United are losing or looking for a goal, Ten Hag tends to go to him on the bench to change things up. And then if we are leading games, a goal or two up, he tends to bring him on for a run as well. So we're seeing an awful lot more of him, which is great. But Ten Hag is not in any position or he's not in any hurry to rush him in as a regular starter, which I think is right. We do have Marcus Rashford flying at the moment, so there's no need to be playing the kid, starting him every game. Drip feed him slowly but surely. So yeah. Easy Vlogs is in. Good to see you. GGMU, let's go. Aaron says, get Keane in the tunnel. Oshin says, for fuck's sake, didn't win the Euro Millions again. Back to work Monday, like the rest of us. Is Martial injured? Says username. He is. Supposedly he got an injury in the last game, or he got a setback on his injury, so he's not even in the matchday squad today. So, yeah. It's happened an awful lot this season, really, for him, hasn't it? So, yeah. But we're nearly ready to go, guys. About 3 minutes to go before kickoff. How are you watching this, says James? So, I'm watching it, guys, on Premier Sports 1. It is an Irish sports channel, so I'm not sure where in the world you're watching it. It is part of my Sky package, so that's what I'm watching on. Other people have said it's on beIN Sports. If you have that as well, outside of that, I really don't know. Maybe someone in the chat can tell you. So yeah, David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Rashford, and Weghorst is the starting 11. So, yeah, nearly ready to go. Great to see so many people in as well, guys. If you're just joined us on YouTube, please take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot, gets more people in, pushes us out to more people on YouTube. So if you haven't already done so, hit the thumbs up button for me. And anybody watching on TikTok, if you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Let's get them likes up. Gets more people into the chat as well. And hit the follow button if you're new to the channel. So we're just about to do a minute silence here as well. So we'll stick to that as well. Kipiri, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it. So we'll do a minute silence with the rest of them, I suppose, won't we? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, United. Aaron says, I have a feeling Anthony will hit the top corner. I hope you're right. Had to bomb my jersey from the practice jersey, says Chris. How are people watching the game? I'm watching it on Sky, Premier Sports 1, so whatever anyone is. Anybody wondering where the game is being watched, someone in the chat will tell you, rather than me answering it every 2 minutes. So yeah. But yeah, anyone who hasn't, guys, get your score predictions into the chat. Let me know what you think the score is going to be. We'll get the timer started here as well. One last time, anyone on TikTok, if you want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well. Scoreboard, timer, starting 11, all of that good stuff. Link is on the homepage. Go check it out. Or just search United Community Channel. 3-1 says Jock. Love it. Love it. So we're up and running, guys. I don't think it's going to be an overly easy game today. I really don't. I think you know, Crystal Palace are never, never an easy game. Really aren't. And, you know, I think I'm going with a 2-0 win to United, but I don't think United are going to run away with it. I really don't. And Crystal Palace win a free kick in a good position early here. Username says 2-0. Let's go, boys. Come on. Hope United wins, says Janat. Absolutely. 2-1 United, says Bluey. Going big, says Reiki. 4-0 revenge on the cards. Yeah, I mean, we all know what happened in the last game with the last minute free kicks. So, but Crystal Palace have an opportunity here now. Good position. It's going to be a very dangerous free in here. Ball swung in, great ball in, and Casemiro there to clear the ball at the near post and puts it behind for a corner. So early pressure being put on by Palace here. United just need to settle in now. Deal with these couple of set pieces. United all of a sudden, I know we mentioned it last week, but all of a sudden they've turned into a very high, or very tall physical team. Casemiro, Weghorst, Varane, Rashford, you know, Casemiro, all big, big men. You know, and Sabitzer then obviously coming in as well. Corner now swung in, near post, headed away by Bruno Fernandes, but Palace will keep the ball. Anthony does well to win it back and wins a free out. Good defending there. I reckon 0-0 at half time, then 2-0 at full time, says Oshin. Well, you know, it's the one, if I am to be critical of United in any way this year, is their first halves have been quite poor on a number of occasions. You know, where you have chances to actually kill the game early, and we tend not to do it. You know, and Ten Hag gets into them then at half time, and they come out a different team. You know, so let's hope we can get on the score sheet early here and take a bit of pressure off. But great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing the like button. We're aiming for 30,000 likes by the end of the game. So if you have a second, tap that screen a few times. Helps the channel out an awful lot. And hit the follow button if you're new to the TikTok channel as well. What channel is it on? The guys in the chat will tell you, guys. Here's Anthony down the right hand side. Cuts in well on his left foot. Inside to Bruno. Bruno goes back to Martinez. United have Palace pinned well back here. Comes to Shaw on the left hand side and he plays it on to Rashford. Oh, gives a lovely ball back to Shaw. Oh, and it's blocked well. Rashford is going to get the second ball at the end line. And it's blocked and goes for a throw right down in the corner. And United are looking for a handball here. Serious shouts. The United players are surrounding the referee. And you'll expect this to go to VAR. Big, big cause here. Even Weghorst is over pleading the case. Let's have a look at it. Rashford first time. Oh, his hand is up like that. This could easily been given. This could easily be given. Oh, it hits his chest and then his arm. But his arm is in an unnatural position. The fact that he hit his chest may go in the Crystal Palace defender's favour here. But they're checking for offsides here now. Oh, I think this is going to be given. Usually when they go check for offsides before the actual incident, it tends to be given. Oh, he's going to look at it. He's going to the monitors to look at it. This could be. I think this is going to be a penalty. I think. Let's see what happens. Ref is taking a good look at it. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty to United. Early doors here. Brilliant, brilliant opportunity here. And it's going to be Bruno Fernandes to take it. And in fairness, United were putting a lot of pressure on. Now, look, I will understand Crystal Palace fans and players being, might feel it's harsh, because it hit his chest and come up. But his hand is so far in an unnatural position that it's kind of hard not to give it. Bruno's first penalty of the season. Here he comes. Ah, yes! It's 1-0. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And Bruno Fernandes keeps his brilliant run going of assists and goals, goal involvements. Absolutely, you couldn't have asked for a better start for Manchester United. 1-0 up early on from a penalty. And that'll take a little bit of pressure off. 1-0, happy days. Let's go. And to make it even better for anyone else, Liverpool are 1-0 down to Wolves. Oh, lovely. Poor old Liverpool. Poor Liverpool. Joel Matip with an own goal. So 1-0 to United here. Brilliant, brilliant start. Hop, skip and a jump, and it's 1-0. Liverpool in the mud, says Joshua. Great to see so many people in, guys. As we said, United 1-0 up here. Great start. And let's turn up that collar. And let's get the scoreboard updated. As well, guys, anybody watching on TikTok, like I said, we've got the scoreboard, the starting 11, the timer, all on the screen on our YouTube page. We're live over there as well. Link is on my homepage. Go check it out for the full experience. Anyway, Cantona time. Collar up once we're winning. Has to be done. Let's see. Kate says United ladies is tomorrow. Not today. My mistake. Hopefully they win. Chris says need to keep the pressure up now. Absolutely. Aaron says Klopp is doing a great job this year. He is. Collar and scoreboard. Yep. Collar and scoreboard. Here's United coming again now. Weghorst. Anthony has to go back to Varane, who in turn goes to Wan-Bissaka. Space for a cross. Great ball in. Oh, and a good defensive header away. Wan-Bissaka with a block, and it goes for a goal kick to Crystal Palace. United putting good pressure on here. So they are. So happy days. 1-0 Wolves. It's a great day so far, isn't it? We couldn't ask for more in the opening 6 or 7 minutes, could we? Poor Liverpool. And Chelsea dropping 2 points last night as well. Lovely ball by Varane now to Anthony. Back to Casemiro. Back to Anthony. And White to Varane. Again, United keeping the ball very well, in fairness. And the fact that we've gone a goal up, you would have to say, it does take the pressure off in relation to, going all out for a goal. And we just said it, at the very start of the game, we would hope United can get an early lead, and then you have, say, the remainder of the second half to push for a second one without being too, without pushing too much that you get caught in a counter-attack, So it does take that little bit of pressure off. A lot of the play coming down the right-hand side in the opening 10 minutes here. Here's Fred now. Lovely ball into Bruno, who gets to the end line. Just cuts back. Left-footed cross. Just a bit too long. But Casemiro with a brilliant header to win the second ball. Goes to a Crystal Palace player. But United putting pressure on and win a throw right down in the corner. Again, great play by United. Alan is in. I'm late, buddy. I see we're winning anyway. We are. Penalty. Rashford. Handball. So, happy days. So, reports are trickling in here, guys. Liverpool are 2-0 down. Oh, poor old Liverpool. Liverpool are in the mud. Go on, the Wolves. 2-0 to the Wolves. Happy days. Happy days. Poor Liverpool. It's a good day so far. It's a good day so far. But look, let's concentrate on ourselves here. Garrett says, is this the Liverpool channel? Oh, don't be getting a bit touchy now, Garrett. Are you a Liverpool fan? Are you, by any chance? Liverpool can't steal a win, says Joshua. Yeah, I think they must have ran out of inhalers. But United doing really well here, keeping possession. Pinning Crystal Palace have 11 men behind the ball in their own final third. The majority of this opening, 12 minutes or so. United playing really well. Here's Anthony now with a bit of space down the right-hand side. Lovely ball to Wan-Bissaka. Wins a corner. Good play by United. Really, really good. Perfect start. United 1 up and Liverpool 2 down, says Alex. Craig Dawson with the goal for Wolves, says Chris. Shaw now was going to swing in a corner here for United. Good ball. Oh, header. Oh, Weghorst with a header and was pulled out of the top corner. Varane on the rebound. It's still there for United. Oh, it's been blocked all over the place. United continue with with possession here. Great chance there by Weghorst. Here's Casemiro now. Gets to the end line. Can he pick out someone? Cross in. Headed away. But United keep possession. Goes all the way back to Wan-Bissaka again. Anthony with a cross in. Too close to the goalkeeper. Great chance for Weghorst there with a header. Good save. There's a surprise. Another Manchester United fan sat in his armchair. He's never been to Old Trafford. 14 CBP. You're an idiot. If you had watched the channel before commenting, you'd know I've been there 4 times this season already. So, jog on, son. Buster says, please say hi to my nephew, Saig. I hope I'm getting that right. Saig? Saig? Hope I'm getting that right. Here's Weghorst coming now. Oh, it's a free out. It's a free out. Show us your tickets then. Just go back and look at some of my old content. Some of my old TikToks from last week when I was in Old Trafford. So, what stream are you using, says Shane? I'm actually watching it on Premier Sports 1, Shane. It's an Irish sports channel. So, part of my subscription. You'd know he was a Liverpool fan commenting about your armchair. Nothing else to say, says Michael. Aaron says Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Anthony are forming a great partnership. They're playing well, in fairness to them. Yeah, they are. They just need to work, both of them, on their end product. If we could get their end product, a little bit better, we'd be laughing. We really would. Dale says Anthony is annoying me. Yeah, again, final, end product, final ball. Crystal Palace come away with the ball with Ayew up the right hand side. Wins the throw out of it. Lad, Ireland are smashing Wales. On Ireland, says James. What's the score, James? I haven't seen it. Here's Palace now coming down the left-hand side. Anthony does well to get back. Oh, and a slip there allows United to come away with the ball. Lovely little 1-2 with Anthony and Bruno. Weghorst gives the ball away. Great tackle by Martinez. Oh, no, ref. Is it a free? Well, he wins the ball. Gets the ball. Great tackle. How is that free? He wins the ball. That's annoying. Anthony needs to find the right leg, says Ushin. Yeah, because he's very good at, when he gets on the ball, carrying the ball long distances quite quickly. And he always has to turn back in onto his left side. So it just slows up the attack completely nearly. It's the stupid things, the simple things he could be doing, says Dale. Quick free kick here now, and Palace are in. Oh, Bruno gets across really well, and it's a corner to Crystal Palace here. My birthday is the 6th of February. If we win, it'd be an early gift, says Katie. Chris says Anthony is not a finished product, guys. Give him time. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no one, I'm in no hurry to, to be judging him or anything like that. Just it's okay to, to comment on what he is currently like. He reminds me an awful lot of Ronaldo the first year he came to United. An awful lot of tricks and flicks, but no real end product. But Ten Hag will get that out of him. Robin was the man for the switch to the left leg. Yeah, and see, he was so good at it, no one could stop him. Everyone knew what he was going to do. He was always going to cut in on his left foot. But he was just so good at it that, defenders still struggled to stop him doing it. Fernandez now, lovely ball out to Luke Shaw. Has acres of space to run into. Rashford is looking for the run. He's offside there, surely. Yeah, he's definitely offside there. No flag as of yet, but you'll see it going up. Yeah. Offside, offside, offside. That's who he is. If you believe in Ten Hag, then believe in who he wanted to bring in. And Oshin says, he reminds me of Valencia and how one-footed he is. Yeah, that's right. Valencia was very right-footed, wasn't he? Let's see what people on TikTok are saying here. Connor says our defence is shocking without Konate or Van Dijk. Julian says, how was Wan-Bissaka? He's playing okay, yeah. Playing okay. Owen says, Rugby on Pal, how's the game going? Yeah, United are in control. Crystal Palace are coming into it a little bit the last maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but nothing major. United are well in control. 1-0 at the moment to United. Liverpool really losing 2-0 to Wolves. They are. I'm so happy Sancho's back. What do you think? Yeah, I'm delighted to have him back as well. It's great to see him back, smiling, playing. Again, similarly to what we said previously, I'm in no hurry to rush him into games or to think he needs to put in 8 out of 10 performances instantly. It's going to take him time to get up to speed again. So, absolutely, I'm happy. Woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Big up, tic-tac. Tac-tic. Here's Shaw, great run. Oh, and the deflection goes for a corner. Great running by Luke Shaw down the left-hand side. How long have you supported Man United for? Since 1990. So, what's that, 33 years? I basically supported him since I was born. I didn't have a choice, to be honest. Liverpool fans have been watching United stream instead. Yeah. Corner now. Bruno Fernandes to swing it in. Good header at the near post, but comes out to the edge of the box to Fred. Goes back wide to Bruno Fernandes again. Bruno swings it in. Comes to Rashford on the edge. Just loses his footing and Crystal Palace come away with it up the left-hand side. Oh, United win the ball back high up here. Here's Weghorst. Oh, it's a good tackle. Crystal Palace living dangerously there, and Fred with a good challenge. Where are you from? I'm from Kilkenny. Kilkenny. I think Rashford is playing the best he ever has. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think Tottenham will play good after their last game with Man City? It's hard to know with Spurs, isn't it? They tend to go hot and cold really quick. What's the scores? 1-0 to Manchester United, guys. 22 minutes gone. United had a penalty in the opening 5 minutes for a handball. Bruno Fernandes slotted it away. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys. Nearly at 7,000 likes on TikTok. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Gets more people into the chat. And like I said, if you're new, please do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. All of the watch-alongs throughout the season. Make sure you're not missing out. Hit that follow button. We're nearly at 25,000 followers, which is great. So, help us out. Hit that follow button. Do we need a right back, says Chris. It's a good question, Chris. If we get a right back in, we're going to have to sell one of our right backs, and that's more than likely going to be Wan-Bissaka, you would have to say. So, if we don't get one, I would be happy with the ones we have, but I do think we can improve the right back area. There are better right backs out there. I want Dumfries, but do we go with a younger prospect of a starter because of Delo? Maybe so. I mean, there's options there. There really is, isn't there? We have Lindelof, who can do a decent job at right full as well, says Oshin. He certainly can. Malassi has played right back a couple of times this season, albeit he didn't play really well when he played there, but United keeping possession here, really comfortable. Pinning Crystal Palace back, all 11 men behind the ball. Here's Rashford now. Oh, just a sloppy pass. Crystal Palace cleared their lines, but who's under it? Fred, Wan-Bissaka. Bit of no game of head tennis going on here. Free to Crystal Palace. Tactic, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it, pal. What player would you sign that would make us title contenders next season? Well, it's a striker. It has to be a striker, doesn't it? I don't think one player is going to make us title contenders, though. That's the one thing I would say. If we were to get 2 or 3 quality players, like, you know, obviously the striker options, you're talking Osman, Kane, or Seshko, seem to be the 3 names that are being linked. You know, if you got one of them, if you went back in, for example, and got Frankie de Jong, and if you got maybe, you know, a right back in, I don't know, Denzel Dumfries, someone like that, I think then you could look at challenging. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be a one transfer thing that's going to make us instantly challenge, you know, because there's still a lot of deadwood within that squad that we need to clear out, you know. So, look, let's see what happens. It's not something that I'm getting overly stressed about, to be quite honest with you, given how well Ten Hag has already done. RA says New Park AFC on the Bogsiders. Keep Dalot, sell Wan-Bissaka. Not sure who I put in replacement though, says Dale. Chris says, I watch Frimpong. I worry about him very much like Alphonso Davies. Not as good defensively. Hashtag no Kane. So here's Wan-Bissaka now on the right hand side. Goes back to Casemiro. Again, United are, you know, quite comfortable to keep possession here. And this is what we said previously, wasn't it, in relation to getting an early goal. It just takes that pressure off. You know, it gets the crowd off your back a little bit. You don't have to, you know, overly commit to get a goal. Lovely feed from Wan-Bissaka. Cross too close to the goalkeeper. Good play by Wan-Bissaka, but just again, go back to what we say, final ball. What do you think the score will be for the final? I don't really know. I tend not to predict scores like that that far out, because we could have injuries, you know, we could have players in form. Here's Rashford now. Strike! Oh, near post. Good save. Lovely ball out of Bruno. Rashford making the diagonal run across the box. Lovely first touch to take it away from the defender, and an early strike. Good save. Corner to United. Shaw to swing it in here now. Great ball in. No one attacking the middle of the goal. Ball comes out to Anthony on the left hand side. Turns onto his right with a strike. Oh, not a bad attempt. Just obviously it was his weaker foot. Not a lot of pace behind it, but it was on target. United are pressing up very high, in fairness. Like Luke Shaw is nearly playing as one of the wide forwards when Crystal Palace have the ball. Just constant pressure. And it's great because the cover that Casemiro is given to the 2 fullbacks allows them to go forward like that. Who would you sell if you were the manager? So, in terms of the whole squad, I would sell Phil Jones first and foremost. Even I know his contract, I think, is up in the summer, but he'd be gone. I'd probably sell Maguire. I'd sell Elanga. I would probably sell look, given all of the injuries, I'd probably sell Anthony Martial as well. So them 4, you know, them 4 could generate you 60 million maybe between them. So again, reinvest that then back into the team. Dave says, how has Phil Jones not been sold yet? He must be loving life. He has an injury and he's getting 100 grand a week. So he's just going, right, fucking, I don't think he's not in the register squad for Europe or for the Premier League. So he's never playing. He's just picking up 100 grand a week until his contract runs out. David says, which would you choose, the Prem or the Champions League? But it meant you would never win there. I'd choose the Premier League. Yeah, I'd win. I'd take the Premier League. Absolutely. Can we talk about Chelsea buying all those new players yesterday and still not scoring? Yeah, look, it's going to take time for them to gel. It really is. You can't buy all of them. Oh, Rashford! Oh, over the bar. Again, United pressing really high up the field, putting a lot of pressure on the Crystal Palace back four, and we're forcing them into mistakes. The pressure is really good. Fred, Rashford closing out. Ball bobbles up for Rashford, and he tries to dip one over the keeper from about 25 yards. Just a bit too much on it, and it goes over the bar. Here's Schlupp now coming down the left-hand side, one-on-one with Wan-Bissaka. But Wan-Bissaka well positioned, in fairness to him, and does well to intercept the pass. Great defending, Wan-Bissaka, I have to say. Bruno now does really well, gets it across to Luke Shaw. That's the one thing I would say about Bruno Fernandes. We're not seeing him give the ball away half as much as we used to. And it's one of them, I'd say it's one of the areas that Ten Hag is really working on with him. Like even up until, maybe, say, before the World Cup, we were talking about he was doing it a lot less. But you would see maybe 1 or 2 times a game where he's trying these Hollywood passes, these 50, 60 yard passes. But I can't remember the last one he's done. I really can't. He's looking really good in relation to keeping it simple and not giving the ball away and understanding that you don't have to force it. So I'm really happy with that as well, I have to say. Here's Luke Shaw now coming down the left-hand side. Dink into the box. Oh, Weghorst misses the header at the near post. But United keep possession. Yeah, they're working the ball really well here, United, I have to say. Really making Crystal Palace work for it. Here's Rashford now down the left-hand side. Cuts back. Little ball into Casemiro. Oh, a little bit of skill and wins a corner. Great play by United. Chris says, sell Maguire, Elanga, McTominay, Martial and Jones. Yeah, I'd probably sell McTominay as well, depending on whether we actually get a replacement. You could replace him with my grandmother, though. Eric Ten Hag or Alex Ferguson? Alex Ferguson. Here's Fred now. Drives one. Here comes to Anthony on the edge. Oh, it hits his own man. Oh, it looked like it was buried. I think it was Varane here. Oh, but United keep the ball here with Fred. Back to Wan-Bissaka. United keeping the pressure on. Crystal Palace have the ball now. Great defensive work by Anthony. I have to say the last few games, Anthony has impressed me in his defensive work. He is working really hard, tracking back, and he's winning some tackles. Here's Crystal Palace now. Drills one into the box. Fred puts in a challenge. Elise gets to the end line. United are well positioned, but a little chip to the back post. David De Gea cleans it up. Good defending. What place do you think United will achieve this season? I think we could get third. I don't think it's going to be easy. Obviously Newcastle are doing well. We're only 3 points ahead of Spurs with a game in hand. So it depends how the second half of their season goes. Are Chelsea and Liverpool going to come good? I mean, Chelsea dropped points last night. 2 points dropped again. Liverpool are losing as we speak to Wolves. So there's always that kind of thing in the back of my head saying they could just make a big charge. But as long as we continue to win, the pressure remains on teams to catch us rather than the pressure being on us to keep the gap. Here's Luke Shaw now down into the corner. Tries to play one into Rashford, but Crystal Palace cleared their lines. And all the way back to De Gea. Chris says Aaron Wan-Bissaka's recovery pace is ridiculous. It is. It really is. He just has them long legs, just big strides. Can cover ground. Here's Weghorst now. In a good bit of space. Gets to the end line. Can he pick someone out? Fred! Oh, he hits the side netting. Or did he clip the post? Great playing. You could see Fred coming from a mile away. And he was running into the space. And all it needed was Weghorst to pick him out. And he does. And Fred uses his weaker foot, his right foot, to open his body. Just doesn't open his body enough. Oh, and he nicks the post, does he? Let's have a look. Opens his body. Oh, no, he doesn't. He hits the side netting. But good play by United there. Can United register Sabitzer and Weghorst for Europe? I think they can, Oshin, yeah. United need to kill the game off, says Slemok. The longer Palace are still there. They always seem to get a sneaky one. Well, that's the problem we had the last time, wasn't it? They got the equaliser in the final minute. So, a second goal is important here. Here's Palace coming now as we speak. Oh, great covering there by Luke Shaw. All the way from left back over to right back to clear a ball. Great defending. Read it very well. Do you think Greenwood will get back into the squad, says Irish? I don't think so. I think United will cut ties with him. I really do. Let's see. What are people saying here? Darcy is a Palace fan. You're more than welcome, pal. Thanks for joining us. Good defending by Wan-Bissaka to let the ball go out for a throw there. How many coach do you think United will win, says Paul? Look, I'd be happy with one, to be honest with you. I think look, two would be fantastic, wouldn't it? An FA Cup and a Carabao Cup, or a Europa League and a Carabao Cup, or whatever it may be. I guarantee you one thing that you will not see is you will not see an open top bus parade if we do win 2 cups. Calling ye out, Liverpool. Fucking an open top bus parade. After winning 2 cups. You won't be seeing that in Manchester. Lara says, who's the better team? United have been the better team now so far in this first half. Now, look, Palace have had a couple of maybe half chances. But United have, overall have been relatively comfortable and in control of the game. The early goal allowed us to have that bit of comfort, but Palace are still a danger. They're after winning a corner here now, and it's set pieces that United need to be wary of. It really does. We've seen Palace equalising with a set piece in the last minute in the last game, so Elise now is going to swing this corner in for Palace. Good ball in. Oh, and a header. It goes for a goal kick, but it was a free header. Richards in the 6-yard box, and the ball was just a bit high for him. And let's have a look. He gets up. There was great pace on the ball coming in, right in the perfect area. And Oh, he gets up. He's free. He's free. No one marking him. He's just the ball is too high for him. Good chance. Oshin says United still not got quite that killer instinct to go finish teams off that once they had. Need to kill games off and rest players, especially with our upcoming fixtures. Yeah, I agree with you, absolutely. Like, the atmosphere would be completely different here if we hadn't have got that first goal, you know. Tactic says Liverpool have a bus booked for the top 8. They might have to cancel that. Here's Casemiro now. Goes across to Luke Shaw and out to Rashford. Fred making the overlapping run. Gets to the end line. Cross is blocked. But United do well to regain possession. Bruno just gives it away and Palace can break. But Bruno does well to work back and win back the ball. Anyone know what channel, says Callum? I'm watching on Premier Sports 1. Callum, it's an Irish sports channel. Other than that, someone said I think it's on beIN Sports. Fred is playing well, I have to say. His energy levels are really good. Here's Rashford now. Oh, tries to go for the far top corner, but it's high and wide. Opinions on Weghorst. He's been okay. I mean, I don't think he's going to score an awful lot of goals this season. But I can see what Ten Hag is doing with him. You know, a big man, you know, his defensive side of the game is really good. He closes down really well. His work rate is good. And when the ball is played into him on an offensive side of the game, you know, he's playing nearly as that false 9 or that number 10, taking the ball in, players running off him, dragging defenders wide. Schlupp now with a strike. Oh, and a great save by De Gea. And that's the danger that Palace pose. It really is. Out of nowhere, Schlupp with a strike from outside the box, and De Gea had to scramble for it, gets a good strong parry on it and puts it out for a throw on the far side. And you can't be allowing Palace them kind of shots because, you know, a 1-0 lead is a dangerous one. Palace in possession now, down United's left. Ayew now cuts inside, turns back. Ten Hag has a history with tall strikers. I think Martial and Rashford might be our best front three. I don't know who that middle one is. Sancho, sorry. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Wan-Bissaka with one of his spider tackles again. I'm not talking about Greenwood, guys. Not talking about it. Everyone has their own opinion on it, and that's fair enough. But we're not talking about it. We're watching a game, so. Do you have the potatoes ready? Says I'm Irish. I certainly do. Actually, I don't have them in here. I have to go and get them, but they're there. They're ready to go. So what are we? About 90 seconds to go, guys, in normal time. United 1-0 up to an early penalty by Bruno Fernandes. But great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing the like button. Let's try to get to 15,000 likes before the start of the second half. We're at 11,000 now. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times for me. Get them likes up. And like I said, hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well. We're closing in on 25,000 followers, so I really do appreciate it. And if you do want the full experience, anybody watching on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube as well at the moment. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. head over and hit the subscribe button. And anyone watching on YouTube as well, guys, please do hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. Baby Bell says it's just gone 3-2 to Liverpool. You wish. Still 2-0 to Wolves, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid, I'm delighted. Here's Palace coming out. 2 minutes of added time to go, guys. Crystal Palace are coming down the right-hand side here. Overlap is on. Rashford tracking back. Cross into the box. De Gea fast off his line. Does really well. Here's Anthony now in acres of space. United have 3-on-3 here momentarily. Anthony again has to cut back on his left. And wins a free. Does well in the end. Again cutting back in on his left. You know, seems to be a bit easy to read. I mean, if he could just get that ball onto his right foot, he could play a ball into Weghorst or Rashford on the far side rather than having to cut back in on that left. It's something he really does have to work on. What made you start the channel, says Humza. It's just something I wanted to do, really. I get to watch all of the United games and we get to chat about them. So, yeah, that's why, basically. Pat, LFC is in, says, how's your day? I'm not having a good day. I wouldn't say you are, Pat. I wouldn't say you are, my friend. Poor old Liverpool, by in a relegation battle at this stage. So it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, it looks like, to swing in this free. Good opportunity for United here now. Good ball by Bruno. Oh, and a great header away. And it's a corner for United. Be a great time to get a second goal now, right on the stroke of half time. Good looks and charisma, says Dale. And he just wanted to hear his own accent. Well, I don't have an accent, Chris. You have an accent. You know. We will next week, says Pat, yeah. Here's Bruno now to swing in the corner. Near post, flicked. Nah, it's going to be cleared. And there's half time, guys. 1-0 to Manchester United. Decent first half by United, you'd have to say. They controlled the majority of the first half. But didn't create an awful lot. Obviously, we got the penalty early on. But not a lot of chances created. But look, we'll take 1-0, absolutely. Ten Hag will get into him now at half time. Hopefully get him out. Get him much improved in the second half. And we'll kick on from there, please God. I'm going to go grab the potatoes. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. We're back. 15k, you're welcome, says I'm Irish. Good man, fair play to you. Fair play to you. Half-time potatoes. I feel sorry on my poor wife. She's babysitting our niece and nephew. And I'm in here watching United, having loads of fun. Eating potatoes. That's why I started the channel. So for anybody that's new, halftime potatoes is our superstition. We do it every game. Someday they'll come in with a sponsorship deal. But for now, it's just a superstition. For anyone who doesn't know what these are, Irish crisps. Go get a pack. Dirty Mike says halftime spliffy. Good man, Mike. Just don't fall asleep for the second half. Pat McKee says 6 Coors is mine. Jeez, you'd be doing well to drink 6 cans of Coors at halftime, Pat. Who's your favourite United player? Casemiro. Love him. Who would you bring on in the second half, says Michael? I'll probably get Garnacho on the right hand side. It's just Anthony doesn't seem to have any end product, you know. Good afternoon from Toronto, says Claudia. Good to see you, Claudia. Thanks for joining us. Attack very sloppy, says Pat. It is. End product hasn't been good in the first half, but like we've controlled the game in relation to possession and things like that. But chances created, we can improve. Irish says taters are great. Gave me 2 boxes for the Lebanon 2 years ago. Has to be done. Has to be done, man. Get Big Sabby on, says Tactic. Maybe so. He was getting warmed up there come the end of the first half. Tarlo says, I agree, United can definitely improve on creating chances. Halftime potato says Slender Spider. What are you watching the match on? Premier Sports 1. Chris says, love my potatoes, just takes forever to get here. Who do Newcastle have this week? Yeah, they're playing West Ham this evening in the late game. So, come on the Hammers. They're just so nice. They're so nice. So they are. But yeah, great to see so many people in, guys. Like I said, it's funny that it's Bruno's first penalty of the season. Ronaldo, who did it say? Ronaldo, Rashford, and Martial have taken the other ones for United so far. So, yeah. Ireland are beating Wales 27-10. Happy days. You would be a better pundit than these Premier Sports lads, says Dirty Mike. They're absolutely atrocious, aren't they? I don't see why they don't do that. Why don't they get some fan channels on? It'd just be so much more interesting, you know. Ocean says, always thought the Hammers were a bogey team for United. It'll feel weird to shout for them. Well, they're my second team, Ocean. My dad's cousin, my dad's cousin? My dad's first cousin, I think. So it'd be my second or third. He's passed away now anyway, but he used to own a bar in London right by the old bowling ground. He was a big West Ham fan. My dad used to work in it when he was a teenager as well. So, yeah. So West Ham is our second team. Man United are going to be top 3, says Kevin. I hope you're right, Kevin. Now look, I mean, Newcastle do provide a stern test, so they do. And of course, like Newcastle, they don't concede, but they don't score an awful lot of goals either, is the one thing I would say. And look, I mean, it's their first time ever being in a top 4 race, really. You know, obviously, this team, obviously they've been there before. But, yeah, so you just wonder, can they last the pace? If they can, all credit to them. But, yeah, I think we can stay relatively injury-free for the rest of the season. I think we could easily get top 3. Because we're certainly an informed team. And we're playing well, you know. We really are. Niall is in, says, sorry I'm late. Had to do a welfare check on Jonathan Morley. Season starts now, yeah. That's usually what he says, isn't it? Let's see. Jock says, Liverpool, it's like the movie Freaky Friday with them. We're playing good, they're playing shit. It's great, isn't it? Ray says, Martial needs to go. Far too injury prone. Plays one match and is injured for a month. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Claudia says, I'm on cloud 9. Man United is winning and Liverpool is losing. The man in the shed says, if Eric wins the Carabao Cup for them, I think they will keep that mentality. Yeah. Jamal says, did you know that George Best was my great-grandfather? I didn't. What striker would you like to see at Old Trafford next season? Cover your ears, Chris. I'd like to see Harry Kane at Old Trafford. I think he'd be brilliant. Taro says, what's your take on the Arsenal match? I watched most of it, and there were, like, it wasn't a bad performance by Arsenal. It was a very good performance by Everton, I have to say. They got their goal and they defended really well. They kept their shape. Typical of Sean Dyche, you know, goal from a set piece, you know, defend well, see out the game, you know. And there's more than one way of winning a game, isn't there? So, all credit to him, as Roy Keane would say. Ricardo says, Anthony, Fred and Wout off, Garnacho, Marcel and Jadon on, Marcus up front, and there's more goals. There you go. Might be a bad shout. Kevin says Liverpool are in the mud. Cal says, do you think we will win the Carabao Cup? Look, we'll go into it favourites. It won't be easy, but I think we have a great chance. I really do. Top 4 predictions. City, Arsenal, United, Newcastle. User says Harry Kane slows the game up too much. See, I disagree with you on that. It's just the way he's been asked to play under Conte. You know, Harry Kane, he's dropping a lot deeper. But I think the Harry Kane of a year or two ago, or under Pochettino even, he was, you know, he was a real 18-yard box striker, you know, and I think he can be that again. So, yeah. But yeah, Marley was laughing at Everton beating Arsenal. There you go. Paul says, you can have Havertz for free in the summer. Paul, I don't think I've ever seen a more average player. He just has nothing. He runs with the ball, gets into a dead end, can't pick out a pass. Finishing is atrocious. Like that chance he had last night where he tried to play the ball over the keeper and it ended up hitting the side netting. He let the ball bounce 3 times, I think, before he actually then decided to knock it over the keeper. If he had took his first touch, he would have just slotted it home first time. I think he's absolutely terrible. So I do. Yeah. Chris says Maguire and McTominay and 60 million for Kane. Might be a bad idea. So I think United will have to defend an encounter in order to actually win against Newcastle. I don't know. 34-10 to Ireland with 5 minutes to go in the rugby as well, which is good. So I'd say we're just about ready to go again. Felix should take Havertz's place when he's back, says Aaron. Maybe so. Aaron is having his halftime potatoes as well. Like to hear it, Aaron. I like to hear it, pal. Cottle 2-0 down to the pool. Who's your favourite player of all time? Roy Keane. Hopefully we'll win the cup against Newcastle, says Kevin. Good chat, mate, says Claudia. What channel is the match on? Premier Sports 1. Nearly 20,000. Appreciate it, guys. Everyone who's smashing the like button, tapping the screen. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, if you're new, do hit the follow button as well. We're closing in on 25,000 followers, which is just crazy. Really is. Someone is saying United won't make top 4. What do you think? Look, I think we will. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that we'll get top 4. But I do think we have a great opportunity, and a lot of the teams around us that you would be expecting to get into top 4 are not playing well. Spurs are huffing and puffing. Chelsea and Leeds, or Chelsea and Liverpool have fallen off a cliff, So yeah, it's a good opportunity for United to take advantage. I don't think we'll get a better opportunity of getting top 4, an easier opportunity. If Newcastle can keep the pace, then fair play to them. But history would suggest that they won't, because they haven't done it in previous years. They've never been even up there. So let's see what happens. It's a great opportunity for United, though. United back out in the field. United and Arsenal and Liverpool losing. Great start to the weekend. And Chelsea, don't forget. Chelsea dropping points as well. Dale says, I have a packet of rancheros. They'll have to do. Oh, I do like a packet of rancheros, I won't lie. Get the timer up and running again, guys. So we're just about ready to go here again. United 1-0 up from the first half. Live on Premier Sports 1. Ibrahim says, can't afford to concede, need to score. Yeah, another early goal here now would be lovely. Take the pressure off, But we haven't really done that in recent games. We've ended up getting goals in, the 70th or 80th minute, where, if we could just get a second one in the 47th minute, take the pressure off and, make some changes early then, But no changes in the second half, guys. Nothing to report. Oshin says, top 4. I can't see anyone behind us catching up, but I can see a few points dropped by those above. Yeah. And it's all about just churning out them results, isn't it? 3 points. Keep the pressure on. Keep making it difficult for other teams to catch us. Shaw, lovely ball into Weghorst, who lays it off to Casemiro, and a good spray across to Anthony. United starting lively here. Anthony, ball into Bruno, back to Luke Shaw, and wide to Rashford. Gets it to Fred. Fred skins one across. Oh, great clearance there. But United keep possession here on the left-hand side. Shaw, Fred. Lovely little link-up play there. Casemiro just loses out there to Edouard. Oh, and a brilliant defensive recovery. Just as soon as he loses the ball, bang, he's off again. Just to win it back. Great tackle, well timed. Good strong tackle. Love it. Bold prediction, I think United will go unbeaten from here, says Lar. Be very difficult. Considering now in the league, I mean, if we go unbeaten in the league from here on in, you're talking a challenge, you know, a title challenge. I don't see it happening. I think the fact that we're on, you know, we're fighting on 4 fronts, I think that's what makes it difficult. It really does. Maz says, want to see Sabitzer fire a long-range goal. It'd be lovely. I reckon we'll see him in the second half at some stage. Ten Hag does like to change the midfield around the 60-minute mark and freshen the legs in there. But United comfortable here, keeping a bit of possession, back and forth, left and right. Crystal Palace keeping their shape, 11 men behind the ball. Leeds next week is going to be tough, says the Lap. Yeah, Leeds back to back, don't we? Here's Anthony now down the right hand side. Down to the corner with it. Has to go back to Bruno. United keep the possession quite well, in fairness to them. Oh, lovely little 1-2s there. Wan-Bissaka, Anthony, Bruno just gets smothered out in the end. And Edouard is on the break down the left-hand side here. He's one-on-one with Martinez. Varane gets back. Martinez does well. Ah, great defending. Brilliant defending. Yeah, great defending. I love that. Working as a pair. And United win a free out. Brilliant defending. Too early to talk quadruple, says Oshin. Oshin, delete that message. There will not be that word used on this fucking channel. Alright? No way. No fucking way. Palace fans really laying into Greenwood. Leeds fans won't be silent, says the Lap. That's what's going to happen. You know, could you imagine if he was there? You know. Anyway, we're not talking about Greenwood. Let's talk about the players we have. Robbie says, good show last night, Jack, on Man U Agenda. Appreciate it, Robbie. Appreciate it, man. I've been on with the guys a few times. Always enjoy going on with them. It's always a good laugh. I'm usually on the Friday nights with them as well. It's kind of a laid back, relaxed atmosphere and a bit of banter. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Brilliant win for Ireland, says Shane. Bonus point as well. Happy days. Ireland get the win. Nice one. KC, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. How we playing, says Sean. Playing okay. Controlled. Kind of. We don't. I don't want to jinx I don't want to jinx this, but we're not under a lot of pressure, to be quite honest with you. We need a second goal though. We really do need a second goal, just to kill off this game. If we get a second one, it'll be game over. Does anyone notice Varane shuffles when he runs? Says Chris. Yeah, his knees are kind of turned in on each other a little bit, nearly. I've noticed that. All right, yeah. Here's Palace down the left hand side now. They're getting a bit of joy down that left hand side, and they've won a corner here. Robbie says it's a bit like the last game. Just need to put it to bed. Yeah, and that's the worry, isn't it? And Crystal Palace, you can see here now with the likes of corners and free kicks and stuff like that. It's set pieces that they look most dangerous from, and we know all too well from the last game about set pieces against them. Corner going to be swung in by Elise here. He's had a couple of good ones in the first half. Outswinger, flicked on, comes to the back post now. Palace keep the ball, come inside and go wide again. Hits the referee. United need to be on their toes here because it's going to be a drop ball for Crystal Palace. So Palace restarted here down the left-hand side. Oh, here's Slope. He does really well to get in. Oh, Martinez is well placed. Oh, and it bobbles around. Fred is eventually going to clear it here, it looks like. Yeah, keeps his composure. But Palace are dangerous down that left-hand side. They're after creating a couple of really good chances. They really are. Oh, lovely bit of skill and drills one across. And Martinez is well placed. Makes a tackle and it kind of deflects and comes bang right across the goal. But Fred is there to chase it down and clear the lines. Need to see Sancho where Fernandez plays. Says Lar, I like Elise. I'd like Elise at United. He's a good player. We know you're top four, says Ushin, but who's going down? It's hard to see Southampton escaping. Who did I go with at the start of the season? I think I went with Leeds to go down. I could have been completely wrong though. Maybe I can't really remember who I went with. But it's hard to see Southampton, given the way they're playing. Bournemouth are dirt at the moment as well. I would probably say I'd probably go Southampton. Bournemouth. I think Everton may get out of it. I really do think Everton will get out of it. I think West Ham will get out of it. I think Leeds could go down. I'm going to say Bournemouth, Southampton, Bournemouth and Leeds. This is a ding-dong of a game between Aston Villa and Leicester City. 3-2 to Leicester as we speak. Brentford are 2 up on Southampton as well. Brighton and Bournemouth are 0-0. We know it's 1-0 here. And then, of course, we know Wolves are beating Liverpool 2-0 as well. Here's Bruno now on the ball. Big switch across the far side to Rashford. Lovely first touch into the box. Turns onto his right strike. Oh, was rising. Just couldn't get his head over the ball. Good opportunity from Rashford. The second player was coming to close him down. So he does really well to make a bit of space for himself. Whether the ball bobbles up for him or not, I don't know. Yeah, there's 2 players on him right away. Comes in onto his left. Just can't keep the ball down. Gets under the ball a bit much. Good player though. Good player. Here's Anthony now into the box. Can he pick someone out? No. It's a good block and it's a throw to United right down in the corner. Liverpool to go down, says Aaron. Martial not even in the squad, says Irshad. Yeah, he's not. Injured again. Lars says Rashi needs to stay wide in case he offers more. Can make better runs and get more of the ball. Can you imagine if Chelsea and Liverpool got down? Wouldn't it be brilliant? Bruno is down here. He looks like he's in a bit of discomfort. Oh, is it the knee? Looks like a knee. Uh-oh. So Bruno's staying down here. He's back to his feet. Whether he continues on remains to be seen. Yeah, it looks like he's going to come back on here. He's not walking around the pitch. He's staying where he is, where he came off. So it looks like he's going to come back on. Yeah, he's back on. He's back on. Bruno has been key too, says Tactic. He has. We need another goal. So what happened last game won't happen again. Absolutely, Rani. Alex says definitely need another goal soon to kill the game. I agree, guys. Guys, keep smashing the like button for me. Gets more people into the chat. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Let's get them likes up. If you do want the full experience, like I said, we're live over on the YouTube channel as well. We've got the timer, the scoreboard, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there, hit the subscribe button. Garnacho is coming on here. And he's coming on for Wout Weghorst. So it looks like you would expect it's going to be Rashford to go through the middle. You would think. Where's Garnacho? Yeah, you would expect Rashford to go through the middle. So yeah, Garnacho is on, which is good. Which is good. Happy to see him. Happy to see him on. We call that sub, says Michael. Yeah, absolutely. Jacob says, joke that you want to watch this in the UK and it's being played in the UK. Well, why are you watching then? Anyway, is Sancho on, says Alice. No, still on the bench. David, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Would like a cameo from Sabitzer, says Humza. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, look, we know Ten Hag makes changes on 60 minutes. Bang on, whether it's one or two. And he's gone with the... here's Rashford now into the box. Big and strong. Holds up the ball at the end line. Needs a bit of support now. Goes back to Anthony. Ball played inside to Fred. Bruno goes wide again to Anthony. Weghorst had absolutely no service today, says I said. No, he didn't. He didn't. He's asked to do the kind of graveyard shift as well, dropping out, looking for the ball rather than getting in behind, you know. Like, his job really is to drop out, receive the ball and make space for lads in behind him. So... So yeah, United forced all the way back now by Palace, but keeping possession quite well, in fairness. Here's Martinez now, carries the ball over the halfway line. Plays it out to Luke Shaw. Gets away to Garnacho. Nice little 1-2 with Fred. Gets away to Wan-Bissaka, who goes wide to Anthony as well. United little 1-2s are really nice. Oh, lovely play. Here's Garnacho on the edge of the box. Can he get a strike away? He can't. Goes wide to Shaw. Drills one! Rashford! It's 2-0. He goes up the middle. He gets the goal within a minute. What a run of form this kid is on. Absolutely unbelievable. And he goes over to the corner, hugs the fans. Garnacho is with him. All the players are in. It's 2-0 to United. That safety net now that we really, really did need is there. Happy, happy days. And it's brilliant, brilliant play by United. 1-2s interlinking, very close control on the right-hand side. Anthony is involved. Casemiro is involved. Bruno is involved. A really, really good team goal. A ball eventually comes to Garnacho, gets it wide to Luke Shaw, and he drills one. And Rashford is well positioned for a little tap in, and it's 2-0. Come on! Great goal. And it's a real striker's goal. 6-yard box. Just there for tap-ins. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Let's get the love hearts into the chat. Come on. I want to see him. 2-0 to United. Get the love hearts in the chat. Happy days. Get in. Get in. Come on. Get Bruno out now and protect that knee, says Chill. Absolutely. I agree with you there 100%. Now look, a lot of the time managers will say, how are you? Are you okay? You know, and take the corresponding report off the physio then as well. Is he okay? Yeah, he's alright, he just has a bang or whatever it is. So let's see what happens. But a brilliant, brilliant team goal there, it has to be said. There was, I'd say, 6 players involved in that. In one way or another, getting a touch on it in the build-up. And Rashford puts the final touches to it. Brilliant play. And that's exactly what we needed. We needed that bit of that comfort blanket there now. Here's Anthony now down the right-hand side. Wins the throw. Twig says, I'd love a Weghorst goal. Well, you ain't getting one, Twigs. He's gone off, I'm afraid. But I know what you mean. I'd like to see him score as well. Long way to go in this game. We've still got 25 minutes of normal time to play. How are you watching the game? On a big TV. Fred now with a big switch from left all the way over to Anthony on the right. Lovely ball. Goes back to Casemiro, who swings one. Oh, good defensive header away. And a throw down in the corner for United. Good play. Good play. Great to see so many people in, guys. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy here. Go on, boys. Get into him now. Don't let him fucking push you around. Go on. Stick it into him. Big, big brawl here. Go on now. Go on now. Don't let him push you around. I think Anthony gets put out over the sideline by Jordan Ayew or someone, and he's not happy, and I think Casemiro goes in and gives a bit back. We'll have to have a look at it here again. Oh yeah, it's a really, really late, poor challenge. And Casemiro goes down and he stands over him. And he says something to him while Anthony is down. And Casemiro is over straight away to protect him. Like he fucking should be. And then the rest of them are in. There's going to be a few yellow cards handed out here, I'd say. But Schlupp gets one for the challenge initially anyway. Anthony gets a yellow card as well. You ever talked to Mark Goldbridge? No, I haven't, no. Yeah, I love to see it. I love to see it. Fucking, there were 7 United players in straight away. No mess acting around. Casemiro has Hughes up by the neck. Fred is in there with a lad by the collar. I love to see it. Fucking protecting your teammates. Casemiro has Hughes up by the neck. I think they're checking for a red card here. Yeah, they're looking at Casemiro here. He has his arms around Hughes' neck. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Possible violent conduct, it's saying. Ref is going to look at it. This is not looking good. I think Casemiro is going to get his marching orders here. Referee has a massive decision to make. If Casemiro gets a red card here, he's 3 games. He's gone for 3 games. This is a huge, huge, huge call here. Casemiro... Oh, the ref is going to send him off here. He's going to send him off. I have a feeling he's going to send him off here. This is a huge moment in our season here. If Casemiro gets a red card, he's suspended for 3 games. He's getting a red card. Casemiro sent off. Straight red. Straight red. Casemiro's gone. Violent conduct. 3 game suspension. Gone from the Carabao Cup final. That's it. He's gone for the Carabao Cup final. Isn't he? Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for the Carabao Cup final. Oh no. Wait now. Leeds, and Leicester. No, he's not. He'll be back for the Carabao Cup final. He'll miss both Leeds games and he'll miss Leicester City. So he'll be back for the Carabao Cup final. Oh, mercy. That's not good. No, he's not out for the final, Paul. We have 3 games to play before the final. So United down to 10 men here, and we need to see out this game now. 2-0 up, down to 10 men. Oshin says silver lining to all of this is that Liverpool are 3-0 down. They're 3-0 down. Ruben Neves. Klopp will get the sack if he keeps going this rate. Tactics said it'll be appealed. Maybe so. Here's Schlupp now. Oh, Crystal Palace are in here. Strike high. Good opportunity there for Edward. It would have been offside anyway. Lars says McTominay for 3 games. Well, you'd be expecting Sabitzer to come straight in, wouldn't you? McTominay is injured. So... And United yet to make a change now since the red card, and Crystal Palace are ringing in the changes. McFred to Judgment Day. He'll have to start Sabitzer now, says Ushin. He'll have to, yeah. Sabitzer into the fire for the next 3 games, says Chris. He's banned for the final. No, he's not, Kate. He'll be back for the final. 3 league games to play between now and then. So, he'll be missing all 3 of them. Automatic 3-game suspension for a straight red. Let's hope Sabitzer is an absolute baller. Because Casemiro's gone. He's gone on. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, guys, please do hit the follow button. Great to see so many people in. Nearly 250 people watching on TikTok. Keep smashing the like button. We're aiming for 30,000 likes before the end of the game. We're closing in on it. So if you have a second, tap the screen. But hit the follow button. Daily United content. All of the watch-alongs throughout the season. Some big ones coming up now. We're going to be missing Casemiro for the next 3 games. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. But United have a bit of work to do here in the final 20 minutes or so. Casemiro should be fresh for the Carabao Cup final, says Chris. Yep. It's only Leeds and Leicester. You're lucky it's not Chelsea, says Paul. Only count for the next 3 league matches, doesn't it, says Aaron. Yeah. So he'll play. He will play. I'll tell you now what he'll play. So he's going to miss the next 2 league games. Then he'll play against Barcelona. Then he'll miss Leicester. Then he'll play against Barcelona. And then he'll play against Newcastle. So that's how it's going to work. Klopp getting the sack, says Dale. Chelsea will be a good one to play. They're crap, says Twigs. I hope Wolves get relegated so we can buy Neves. Well, they're doing all right today. Here's a question for you. If Liverpool got relegated, would you sign any of their players? Corner now to Palace. Header! Oh, what a save by De Gea! And a point-blank header right outside the 6-yard box. And who was marking him? And he had the time of day just to get up and head it, but he heads it. Now it comes at De Gea very fast, but he's there, he's in the right position, he's on his toes, and it's a good save. United living dangerously here. Some work to do before the end of this game. Another corner now swung in. Great corner again. And it comes out. Second ball. Oh, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Fuck it. The initial corner was headed away, and I don't know who it comes to. It comes to a Palace player on the edge of the box, and he just floats one back in. And it comes to Schlupp on the back post, and he's just toes it towards goal. Martinez with a great header away, and there's one bobbling back in, and he just flicks one towards the goal. And it's 2-1, and you'd be expecting there's going to be about 20 minutes to go left here still. There's 14 minutes of normal time. And whatever's added on after that hoopla a few minutes ago. And it's game on here. United have all the work to do. Fuck's sake, that's the fucking... Oh, Fred gives it away. Wins it back though. Here we go. Squeaky bum time. It's not even squeaky bum time. It's squeaky bum second half nearly. There's so much time left. There's Wan-Bissaka now down the right hand side. Cross into the box. Headed away. Second ball comes to Luke Shaw. Bobbling up for Garnacho. Can't get it down. Crystal Palace get it away, but only as far as Fred. It's bobbling around in there. United fighting for it as well. Palace will retain possession here. And a foul. Palace have a free out. Have to hold out for the win. Get another defender on, says Irish lad. Hutchin says, take Anthony off, get a defender in. Yeah. Yeah. We're playing a kind of a 4-4-1 at the moment. Here's Palace coming down the right hand side now. Cross into the box. Back post. Oh, it's bobbling up there. Who's there? Martinez. Great clearance by Martinez. Does really well. And Garnacho comes away with it. Can't keep it in. This is going to be a long 15 minutes. Paul says, like Fabrizio says, here we go. Here's Rashford now up the left-hand side. Little one into the corner for Garnacho to chase. Ah, does really well. Ref! Ah, come on, referee! Fucking hell. And then the referee gives an elbow to a United player on the way past then as well. And he stops it while Crystal Palace are on the attack. This referee hasn't a fucking dicky bird what he's doing. Hold on now a minute. The fucking whistle is gone about 30 seconds ago and they're still playing on. Referee gives Bruno an elbow into the mouth on the way past him. So Garnacho does really well to win the ball back down at the end line. Gets a toe on it. And the Palace player is all over him. Drags him to the ground. No free. Oh my God, this referee is all over the gaff. Change the scoreboard. Shit, sorry. Sabitzer is coming on here to make his debut. Short sleeves and gloves. Don't like it. Don't like it. Off to a bad start in my eyes already. Here's Palace coming down the right hand side here now again. Cross into the box. What a block by Martinez. Oh, and the second one goes across the end line. They're still on it here. Luke Shaw with the block. Back out. Little chip to the back post. Anyone there? Wan-Bissaka with a header clear. And Anthony is going to clear his lines. Clear your lines, Anthony. Back to Bruno. We eventually do clear our lines. United living on the edge here. What a block by Martinez. Guaranteed goal if it wasn't for that block. So Sabitzer is on. And Anthony goes off over the far side. So what we kind of expected really, wasn't it? He's just gone in beside Fred. Bruno is kind of tipped out to the right hand side, just a touch. Oh, again, great defending by Martinez. And Garnacho coming up the left hand side, gives the ball away. We can't afford to be giving the ball away here now. Eze now gets it wide. Here's Elise. One-on-one with Shaw. Turns onto his left. Back onto his right. Shaw does really well. Good defending. Good defending. You'll need a pint after this, says Paul. I'm going away for a few days on Monday with the family, so we have one or two. Chris says, love the short sleeves and gloves. Nah, I mean, you're either, if you're wearing short sleeves, then you're not cold, but you're wearing gloves. If you're cold, if your hands are cold, you know, you're wearing gloves because you're cold, then just wear fucking long sleeves. Short sleeves and gloves just don't make sense. Celine, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Great to see so many people in, guys. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs. A big 10 minutes here coming up as well. Hit that follow button. And if you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube as well. Scoreboard, timer, starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on the homepage. Go check it out for the last 10 or 15 minutes here. And hit the subscribe button over there as well. But big 10, 15 minutes here for United. De Gea goes long with his goal kicks now, and you're basically, when you're going long with your goal kicks like that, you're just giving the ball back, you know, to the opposition. And United are just trying to get 11 men behind the ball as much as they can here. Elise now going one-on-one with Garnacho, goes inside to Eze. Fred, oh, brilliant defending by Fred. Really well done. Tries to get Rashford away up the line, but wins a throw. Great play by Fred there. How long left? About 6.5 minutes of normal time. I'd expect a minimum of 4 to be added on after the big hoopla. Two more changes. Lindelof and Maguire are coming on here. United are looking to shut up shop. And we've won a free kick here as well. Player down here now, just waiting for the substitutions to be made as well. Let's see. Score is 2-1, guys. About 6 minutes of normal time to play. Does Casemiro miss Wembley? No, he doesn't. He'll be back for the Wembley game. Misses the 3 league games before that. Doesn't miss the Barcelona games either. It's only domestic competitions he's suspended for. Here's Sabitzer on the ball now. Lovely positive run by him, in fairness. Oh, does well there. Here's Bruno now. Plays it into Sabitzer. Tries to get Rashford away. Rashford slips, I think, more than anything. And Bruno Fernandes working really hard to cover ground across the pitch as well. Yeah, we're just less than 5 minutes of normal time to go, guys. Crystal Palace keeping the pressure on here. Ball played to the end line. Can he reach it? He can. Oh, Varane is well placed for the cross ball. Does really well. Luke Shaw with the second clearance. But Palace keep it in on the corner here. Nah, referee. No free there. Free is given right down on the end line for Crystal Palace. Like a corner nearly, just to get the ball into the box. Luke Shaw has a fistful. I mean, there's no contact there. Shaw puts a toe in, but no contact is made. Oh, so Garnacho, the sub is being subbed. Now look, This is completely tactical. Completely. I feel sorry for Garnacho here. Wan-Bissaka and Garnacho are both going off for Maguire and Lindelof, and this is completely tactical. You always feel for a substitute getting substituted again. But I'm sure Ten Hag will put an arm around him and just explain, look, this is completely tactical. You know, he wasn't playing badly or anything, but just getting defenders on the field is more important. Here's a free now, swung in. Deep one to the back post. David De Gea gets a fist on it. Second ball is put back across and the header is just over the bar. Oh. Let's have a look. And Bruno celebrating as if he scored nearly. Her second ball is pinged back across. And Bruno Fernandes does enough to put him off. And the header is over the bar. It's a goal kick to United. 2-1. 3 minutes to go. Great to see so many people in, guys. Like I said, if you're new, please do hit the follow button. All of the United watch along throughout the season. Dodgy couple of minutes here left. Hit the follow button. Closing in on 25,000 followers. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. I appreciate it. Clown is on. Says, hello, mate. Good to see you, pal. Oshin says, makes sense. Need to keep Rashford on as our out ball. Yeah. Martinez. Great tackle by Martinez. Really, really good defending. Good defending. United just seeing down the clock, winning a couple of throws down in their own corner. Run down that clock. What have we got? 90 seconds of normal time to go. And whatever is added on. Oh, I just need to see this game out now more than anything. Oh, Bruno does really well. Can Rashford keep it in? No, he can't. Unlucky. But he turns and sprints back, gets in behind. Jerry says, Casemiro had a red card coming from a long time. He goes in too quick for a challenge. But he didn't get it for a challenge. I think his challenges have been pretty spot on, in fairness. He doesn't seem as a dirty player at all. Now, what he done, you know, you can understand why the red card was given, but just need to see out this game here. Palace coming down the right-hand side. Cross into the box. Sabitzer is there with a header. But Crystal Palace come again. Sabitzer does really well. Gets a lovely ball away to Rashford. Get out of it, referee! How is that a free? Sabitzer wins the ball perfectly legally here. And he gets Rashford away, and Rashford is in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and the referee blows for a foul in the opposite way, and Ten Hag is furious on the sideline. This referee is having a laugh. And it gives Crystal Palace a free kick in a vital position here. 7 minutes of added time here. 7 minutes being added on. The free is eventually put away by Bruno. Squeaky bum time. The Old Trafford crowd getting behind United here. United just sitting in, players behind the ball. Keep players behind the ball. Stay tight. Close off the passing lanes. Here's Elisa now. Goes one-on-one with Sabitzer. Onto his left. Crossed into the box. Varane with a good header away. Rashford doubles on it. Referee, where's the foul now? About time. Rashford wins a free. And Vieira snapping. Well, you're after getting your fucking revenge, Patrick, from the last one that should have never been given. Quality of refereeing across United's last few games has been abysmal. It has. And it's not just against United. In general, you know, like, we've got decisions that have been terrible decisions. You know, and Rashford is staying down here. Rashford has just been a bit clever here and just killing the momentum, you'd have to say. Great watch along, guys. Really good live. Really enjoying it. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button on TikTok. Closing in on 25,000. And if you're new to the YouTube channel as well, I'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 2,000 or on 3,000 subscribers over there as well. So really would appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Helps out the channel an awful lot. But yeah, it's going to be a squeaky bum last couple of 5 minutes here. David De Gea now kicks the ball long. And United get a throw just inside the Crystal Palace half. Ten Hag staying composed, calm and composed on the sideline. Patrick Vieira's throwing his arms around. Go on, Keane. Get down onto that touchline and give him one. Oh, fucking pulled me calf doing that. Oh, Jesus. How did that happen? Getting cramps here, so I am. It's like I'm playing the game myself. There's Fred now right down in the corner, holding off two players. That's a corner if it goes. Oh, Rashford does really well. Big and strong. Well done, Marcus. Oh, just can't keep hold of it. But keeps the pressure on. Well done. Brilliant. Where's he going with that throw, ref? Martinez with a brilliant header from the throw. He took about 30 yards there. Well, not 30 yards, but about 15 yards for that throw. Good play by United there. Little 1-2. Rashford. Oh, good tackle. Ah, Fred with a lovely block there as well. And he fist bumps the crowd. About halfway through the added time here. Rolling up on 4 minutes. United pressing really high. Not letting Crystal Palace out. Throwing the head then cramps the calf. I don't know, Dale. That's never happened to me before. Ah, well done. United win another throw. Fred has had a really good game as well, I have to say. I've been impressed with him. Throwing out. Fred gets a touch on it, but Crystal Palace are going to get possession here. Again, United trying to press him high. They go all the way back to the goalkeeper. United just need to get numbers behind the ball here now. What do we got? Just over 2 minutes to go. Getting old, says Chris. I am getting old. The grey hairs, by. Crystal Palace in possession now, just inside the United half, going left to right. Oh, it'd be terrible if we concede another late goal to these fuckers. But Crystal Palace continue possession here. Halfway into the United half. And United working really hard. And the ref puts up the flag, but advantage has been given. Here's Elisa now. He's going to swing one in on his left foot. Goes very deep with it. And it goes for a goal kick. Lovely. That's exactly what we need now. What have we got? What have we? About 70 seconds to go. Dan, about 70 seconds to go. 60 seconds. Great to see so many people in, guys. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. Squeaky bum time here for Man United against Crystal Palace. But yeah, hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. All of the watch-alongs throughout the season. And if they're acting like tonight, we're missing Casemiro for the next 3 games. It's going to be a very interesting couple of weeks for United. Barcelona coming up. Back-to-back games against Leeds. Carabao Cup final. So, look, what are we? 1,300 people watching. Fantastic. And if you want the full experience as well, we are live over on YouTube as well. Link is on the homepage. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on it, all on the screen. Full experience. Go check that out as well. But great to see so many people in. Closing in on 25,000 followers, which is great. So like I said, if you're new, please do hit that follow button and smash the like button as well. It's much appreciated. And Ben, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it, pal. So we're just after ticking over the 97th minute here, and the referee allows play to go on. Big long ball. Martinez with a header down. Crystal Palace are going to retrieve it though. They're going to get one last opportunity by the looks of it. Oh, Edward with a strike. It's blocked. Who's it blocked at? Come on, ref, blow it up. Bruno's chasing balls down. Palace still have it though. They're going to get another opportunity by the looks of it. The ref is not even looking at his clock. Come on, ref. 30 seconds over. Sabitzer now goes one-on-one with him. He gets across into the box and a brilliant defensive clearance there by Martinez at the near post. Come on, ref, blow it up. No, they're going to get another. Oh, he's offside. That's going to be it. Surely that's going to be it for United now. Oh, lovely. Stupid play by Crystal Palace, you'd have to say. A little 1-2 from a throw, and he's offside on the rebound, or on the second ball back. Looks like that's going to be it. Surely that's going to be it. And breathe. David De Gea is going to take the free now. He's obviously going to kick it long. And there it is. Lovely. 2-1 to Manchester United. 3 points on the board. Happy days. And Ten Hag goes straight out. He's not happy. He's on the way. He's on the way to see that referee. He's not happy. Keep the camera on him. Keep the camera on him. Ten Hag is heading straight for the referee. He's not happy here. And Patrick Vieira has given out to him as well. And Ten Hag is shaking his head at the referee. He's not happy with him at all. But a big 3 points by Manchester United there, you'd have to say. A massive 3 points. Really is. And, you know, it's the silver lining in relation to the Ten Hag sending off, really, isn't it? I mean, or not the Ten Hag sending off, the Casemiro sending off, you know. And look, we've seen how much we struggled without him against Arsenal. Now, thankfully, we're not playing the same calibre as teams in the upcoming 3 domestic games. We've got Leeds United back-to-back, which is not going to be easy because we know the rivalry between Man United and Leeds, and they're always vicious games. Got hiccups here. So that they're going to be 2 very big games coming up back to back, and then we have Leicester as well. So Casemiro is okay for the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, and he's also obviously okay for the Barcelona games because it's domestic competitions that he's out for. So yeah, look, silly what he done. Ten Hag obviously is not happy with the referee's decision. He's gone straight over to the referees, waving his finger, shaking his head at him. So he's not happy with it. But look, up until that point, Manchester United completely controlled the game, you would have to say. They were very comfortable. Needed the second goal to actually, you know, get comfortable within the game, you know, and take that little bit of pressure off. And look, Garnacho came on and had a big part to play in the second goal. Now, he was substituted again, you know, and you can understand that that's completely tactical. You know, and I'm sure Ten Hag will say to him, look, you had your part in getting us a second goal. You've done really well for us. We just needed to, you know, go completely tactical, get 2 defenders on, down to 10 men, see out the final few minutes of the game. And that's what United done. Obviously, the Crystal Palace goal came once we were down to 10 men. But United kept their heads. Ten Hag made his tactical decisions right. He brought on Sabitzer, he brought on Lindelof, he brought on Maguire just to see out the game. And Lars says Sabitzer looked sharp. He did, I have to say. He really did. But look, a good professional performance by United, barring that bit of a scrap that went on where Casemiro got sent off. But overall, a good performance by United. And you look, obviously when you do go down to 10 men, it does make it a lot more difficult. But United defended really well. Martinez, brilliant with Varane again at the back. I thought Fred had a very good game. Rashford on the score sheet again. Anyone else to note? I thought Sabitzer, like Lars said there, looked sharp when he came on. I thought Luke Shaw played very well. I thought Anthony and Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side, while they lacked a bit of end product, they did link up very well, and they put a lot of pressure on the left hand side of Crystal Palace. So look, overall a good result, guys. 3 points on the board. Happy days. We kick on. United officially go up into 3rd place in the Premier League. We go 3 points ahead of Newcastle. Obviously they're playing now at 5:30, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. So yeah, you know, we're shouting for West Ham tonight, really, aren't we, against Newcastle? That would secure 3rd position for us. And of course, Arsenal have dropped points, Liverpool have dropped points, Chelsea have dropped points. You know, we're 6 points ahead of Spurs with level games as well. So a very, very important 3 points in relation to the Premier League table. In relation to upcoming fixtures then as well, obviously we do know that Leeds is coming up now Leeds is coming up, is it the 8th? So Leeds on Wednesday, then Leeds again next Sunday. So like we said, Leeds back-to-back in the league, which is really, really strange. We're at home midweek, and then we're away on the weekend, and then of course we're into the Barcelona games. So really looking forward. It's going to be a really exciting couple of weeks for United and for us here on the channel as well. So like I said, guys, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. If you're watching on TikTok, I really appreciate it. Exciting couple of weeks coming up. Hit that follow button. If you do want to get the full experience on all of our watch-alongs, you should subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're live over there as well. Link is on my homepage. Like I said, we have the starting 11 on the screen. We have the scoreboard, the timer, and I also put up things like highlights of the watch-alongs as well. So the highlights will generally be up in about 2 hours or so. So if you want to head over to the YouTube channel, check that out as well. I'd really appreciate it. But guys, look, I really appreciate all the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, all of that good stuff. I'm away on Monday, so I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be doing the podcast live on YouTube. Keep your ear open. I'll let you guys know. But again, if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you do click on the link on my homepage for all my social medias. That's the best place you can keep up to date about when we're going live. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that good stuff. We've got a Discord group as well. I would suggest you all join the Discord group because I anytime we're going live, I'll put it up there as well. And we've got a fantasy football league if you want to join that as well. But look, guys, it's been great. If I'm not back on Monday night for the podcast, I'll see you Wednesday for the Leeds game. Big 3 points for Manchester United. 3 points on the board, up into 3rd. Casemiro is gone, but look, it's not the end of the world. Exciting few weeks ahead. Thanks everyone who's joined. You're all legends. I'll see you down the road.